Starting with Indonesia, tens and thousands of Indonesians flocked to the international airport on Tuesday after the controversial Muslim cleric returned from his 3-year exile in Saudi Arabia. Rizik Shihab, the leader of the Islamic Defenders Front, left Indonesia in 2017 after facing criminal charges including pornography and insulting the state ideology. Charges were then dropped in 2018 by the Indonesian authorities with lack of evidence. Chaotic scenes erupted at the airport. Thousands of followers gathered to catch a glimpse of their leader. The crowd chanted, "God is great," marching towards the arrival gates, anticipating their leader's arrival. His supporters, holding placards and banners, cheered with joy as Shihab walked through the immigration gates with his family.
Hari ini kita menyambut kedatangan Imam Besar kita Habib Rizik Shihab. Ini merupakan hari yang luar biasa bagi pecinta beliau.
Perasaannya gimana?
Perasaannya sungguh fantastis, menakjubkan, menyenangkan, gembira. Ini suatu hal yang di luar ekspektasi manusia. Habib Rizik disambut dengan jutaan manusia dan alhamdulillah beliau sampai ke Indonesia dengan selamat. Alhamdulillah.
Shortly after arriving home in Jakarta, Shihab called for a fight against injustice. Addressing his supporters, Shihab said, and I'm quoting here, "My return home today is to call on you and to invite all Indonesian Muslims to join in a moral revolution. Do you agree? Are you ready to start a moral revolution today?" He said that the moral revolution should include fighting all kinds of injustice and corruption. He asked for changing the human nature from conducting bad deeds to good ones. The massive crowds halted traffic to and from the airport, forcing several airlines to delay their flights. Airport authorities say that many of his followers spent the night at the airport waiting for the cleric's arrival. To maintain order, over 1,500 security personnel were deployed at the airport, including the military, and in a TV address, the group's spokesman urged the followers to maintain order and abide by the coronavirus protocols. He said, and I'm quoting again, "We did not mobilize them to come. They came voluntarily because they had long missed their beloved leader." A few years ago, the Islamic Defenders Front was on the political fringes. The group wants Islamic Sharia law to apply to Indonesia's 230 million Muslims. It should be noted that Indonesia is the world's most populous Muslim country. It has a secular government and a reputation as a tolerant, pluralist society that respects freedom of expression. Rizik Shihab's return is surely a worry to many. Regional experts say that Shihab could potentially strengthen his group as an opponent of the government. He enjoys a significant influence and followers to be reckoned with by all politicians in this country.
Pornography and the defamation of the official state ideology, or the Pancasila, which is really the foundation of Indonesia. However, because of lack of evidence, those charges were dropped, and that was also the reason why he fled to Saudi Arabia in the first place for 3 years now. And so the people here, all that while in those 3 years, there were many cases that involved him, of course, religious cases. However, his followers of the Islamic Defenders Front was just waiting patiently for him to come back. Of course, political leaders did have a say, but not as much say, and he was officially welcomed back yesterday around 9 a.m. on Tuesday at the Jakarta airport here.
All right, Vanna. Also, shortly after his return, Shihab called for a fight against injustice. What do you make of that?
Yes, so of course he was, I'm sure he was referring to what has happened recently with the French president, and, Indonesia, as you said, is the most populated Muslim country. So they really took it into offense what was said by the French president, and they take religious matters here very seriously. So he was definitely referring to the injustice on the Muslim people that has happened in the recent years.
Also, and there are concerns, as regional experts say, that Shihab could potentially strengthen his group as an opponent of the government. How do you assess that?
Yes, so the president is one of the issues that the president is trying to tackle here is extremism. However, there's no solid or concrete plan that was proposed by the government or the president. And so we will have to wait and see on what they plan to propose. However, this is one of the issues that Indonesia has been struggling with, which is extremism. So as the leader of the Islamic Front yesterday just arrived back in Jakarta, we will have to wait and see what the government has planned to tackle this extremism, as there has been extremist cases here in Indonesia in the past recent years.